This is a great opportunity right now to catch the whole Leo and Britney situation is like a rich kid adult tantrum. Hearing its tiny meow for the first time too. My top 5 movies ever. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is a new week. It is also the start of the Old Gold Power Plant debut, the 2-week event that's going on to let players have a chance at catching the new Pokemon that also released with the Power Plant. So let's get started with our sleep research. I was able to hit a new personal best at Lapis Lakeside. So usually my personal best last time was Master 7, I believe, and now I reached Master 9 end of week. So I'm very happy about that. This is sleep session 444, which is a good number. So let's see if anything nice shows up. I didn't get to catch anything that I need this past week. There were definitely catches, but nothing really worth keeping. Ooh, look at that Dragonair. It's so beautiful. We got a Quaquaval. Alright, there's absolutely nothing that I want to catch here. Let me adjust myself a little bit. So, oh, at least I have 3 new sleep styles. I noticed ever since that event though, I've been able, or this week at least, at Lapis Lakeside, I found myself filling up the sleep style decks a lot easier. Encountering like new sleep styles that I didn't before. But then again, that's probably also because I reached Master 9 at the later end of the week. And last but not least, we got Dragonair over here. So elegant and majestic looking. So crazy how it's like a snake shape and then it becomes a Dragonite. Right, so I have one more. I'm missing the 2-star sleep style for Dragonair. Oh, there's another one, the Comfey. Is that the Flower Stroke one? Yeah, it's the Flower Stroke Sleep. The 1st star. Interesting, I haven't gotten that yet. Oh, so I already encountered 2 and 3 star, but not 1st 1 star. I'm missing 4 star now for the Comfey, and then it'll be done. But who should I give my bonus biscuit to? I'm just gonna throw it at the Comfey. I don't want to throw it at the Dragonair because I would rather raise it from a Dragonite. Oh, sorry, Dratini. The Dratini Martini. Alright, let's see which Pokemon. Or Comfey. I don't encounter Comfeys a lot, and I actually use Comfey for corn farming. It's the best option I have right now for corn. But I think I'll do Dragonair. I feel like on my friends list, I see more people using Dragonite than I see Comfeys. Oh no, I went too quickly, but the Old Gold Power Plant is here. It's been here since last week. I have not been yet, but I know a couple of you guys have already been, and you've had your chance at catching the Aeron, Shinx, and Grubbin. But for the rest of us, and for new players who haven't yet unlocked it, this is a great opportunity right now to catch those Pokemon for the next 2 weeks because of the Old Gold Power Plant debut happening. So there's going to be it's a 2-week-long event with 2-week-long missions, and we will be able to get some incenses as well, which will help us encounter more of those cute Pokemon. And there's going to be some bonuses, so let's get a refresher of what the bonuses are going to be. So this is going to be happening all day throughout the event. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear, which is the 3 new Pokemon that were released last week with the new area, as well as a few Pokemon of different sleep styles appearing during your sleep research, regardless of the sleep type that you had that day. So very nice. Let's go to choose our campsite. So as you guys know, initially in my last video, I was talking about maybe I'll go to the old gold power plant for the second week. First week I'll stay at Greengrass. So my plans have changed a little bit. With the help of this wonderful YouTube comment user, thank you so much for leaving this comment, I decided I'm just gonna switch to Greengrass and stay at Greengrass for both weeks. One, because I really don't think I'm gonna get high enough drowsy power to... Oh, I got an S grade. Nice. I don't think I'm gonna get high enough drowsy power, especially during week 2, to have 8 spawns. And the more spawns, the better, because you have more opportunities of finding the Pokemon, right? Oh no, it's a new sound. Let's hope that it's not going to ruin the sound volume. Yeah, on top of that, I want to be able to meet my mission goals too in order to redeem the awards. And as the comment mentioned, you'll need like Master 1. So if I don't have the team for it, I might not even hit Master 1, you know? Because I remember when I first went to Lapis Lakeside, I definitely, especially with Area Bonus 0, I definitely did not reach Master 1. So, I'm gonna stay at Greengrass for the 2 weeks. And I'm going to try my best to catch as much Pokemon as possible. A shiny will always be a great surprise as well. Alright, so our Snorlax wants salads this week. I've been having salad stews for the past couple of weeks now. It's been a while since I've had a dessert week. Oh my gosh, and I don't really have anything. Do I want to use an ingredient ticket? I wish we could use an ingredient ticket from this option. Let's see how much ginger I have. Oh, actually our Snorlax wants to power up. We are now at basic 2, which is... That can't be right. Can it? Guess it is. Okay, I have 7. Let's see how... Let's use 2 tickets and see what that will get us. Let's use 2 more tickets, or yeah, let's use 2 more and see what that'll get us. God, still none. Let's do 2 more and that's it. Oh my gosh, I got everything but the ginger, and that's like what I really needed. Oh well. Well, with those ingredients, let's see if we're able to make anything. Oh, I can make the Slowpoke tail, so let's do that. Let's add in some apples because I don't need that. Some honey as well. Would have been nice if there were like bonuses on dishes, but I guess not. Right, so 23k, half of what I'm usually getting from my regular meals, but that's alright. Our Snorlax will have a little bit of a cut. Also, who is watching the new season of Love is Blind? Because, oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts and feelings. The whole Leo and Brittany situation is like... First of all, I'm upset that certain members were not followed through the vacation period. And that's all I'll say without trying to spoil too much. But Brittany and Leo, oh my god, Leo the art dealer, I cringe so much during his scenes. It's just... One thing that gives me the biggest, like, what... I wouldn't even say it's called yucking my yam, I guess pet peeve or the ick, as the kids say, is when people talk about how they're so afraid of being taken advantage of or like want to avoid gold diggers, yet the #1 defining thing that you keep bringing up throughout conversations among women and men is how much money you've got or the rolly on your arm. And it's just, some people are so out of touch, you know? Alright, so we got an incense for the shinx. And let's see. So, Master 1 to get the Aeron incense. Gonna get that Grubbin incense soon later today. I need to remember to use 7 incense because sometimes with the incense missions, I tend to forget. But let me show you guys what I've caught. Look at that beautiful shiny Wooper next to that Eevee. Had a pretty lucky week. This is a Stuffle that I caught. It is double sausages. Made me go boohoo, but yeah, ingredient finding down as well. Then I caught a Quaxley, but I already have one that I'm using that's pretty good. This is Double Leak Quaxley. And then I got another Stuffle, but this time it's corn, sausage, corn, which kind of sucks. It does have ingredient finder S and M, although M comes at level 75. And the nature is not ideal, but had this been a triple corn Stuffle, I think I might have invested in it, you know? But it's not. Then I got a Dratini, which is a double corn Dratini. The Dratini that I'm raising right now is a triple corn. Sorry, not triple corn, triple herb. We got skill trigger M, inventory up L, inventory up M, helping speed S, and skill trigger S. But it's a timid nature, which really sucks. And then I finally found another mono honey ingredient, Bulbasaur. So I was super excited when I saw this, only to see later on that it's helping speed down, or speed of help, sorry, down. And then helping speed S doesn't come until level 100. And then the research EXP bonus there at level 50 kind of kills me because it's definitely a wasted skill, especially considering how speed of helping speed S is coming in so late. I really do like the helping bonus though. Ingredient finder itself comes pretty late too at 75, so yeah, not gonna use this. And that was pretty much my catches. Now, we are salad week, and it seems like I already just came out from a salad week in Lapis Lakeside, though I don't really remember, which is quite concerning. My memory should be better. But let's switch out my mud ball for LIB so I could farm some gingers because I desperately need that. And let's see, does anyone have any new ribbons? No, they do not. I don't even remember what the favorite berries are. I totally just zipped through that. So let's take a look together as well. So we have now reached grade 3, which is great. Alright, so got the Yachi Berry, Chesto Berry, and Rost Berry. And as you could see, none of my Pokemon offer that. But that's okay. Let's hop to the research community tab, catch up on our week, talk to you guys a little bit more about the whole Love is Blind thing. Because wow, I think this is my favorite season yet. So the Love is Blind for this season is back in America. The one in the UK I really liked because they had more older contestants. Older, when I say older, I mean like, I think the youngest of that season was 28 and people were upwards to like 36. So a lot more realistic in the dating scene that I would hear from people around my age. Because up until now, I feel like the Love is Blind contestants, especially the US ones, are pretty young, like 24, and already going on the show looking for their one true love. Which is quite whack to me, but hey, you know what? You know what you want to do, you do you, right? So this season of Love is Blind, it is pretty spicy so far. I'm really enjoying it, but if you are watching it or you've heard about it, you probably heard about Leo and Brittany. Oh my gosh, Fabian, is that a shiny Haunter? If it is, congrats. I don't really remember what a shiny Haunter looks like, but something in my bones tell me that it is. But yeah, Leo, the art dealer, Brittany, the trophy wife. self-proclaimed trophy wife. And yeah, as I mentioned before, Leo, the scenes, I mean, I don't know if they just gave him a bad edit, but I feel like it's hard to give you a bad edit if you've talked about your money like that much, you know? And it's just the way he talks about how he has money too. It just comes off in like a very not humble way. I feel like he thinks he's trying to come off as humble and not braggy, but the things he says in between can really just make you feel like he's so out of touch with reality, or just how privileged he is. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure he knows how privileged he is. Magic bug, congrats on the shiny Bellsprout. Like, I'm pretty sure he knows how privileged he is, but like, does he truly know? You know, because he's born into money. It wasn't like he was born and then his family like accumulated the wealth. No, he was born into it. It was the moment he came out of that womb, he was probably like a platinum spoon, you know, from the sound of it. But yeah, so that was like the first thing that kind of threw me off, just how he spoke about his money. But on top of that, there was this really frightening situation where someone tried to cut it off with him, and he basically just threw a rich kid adult tantrum on national TV, and it was freaking wild to watch and hard to watch. Like, my boyfriend needed to hide under his blanket because he was like, oh my god, this is so tough to watch. And I needed to watch it, so I was like glued on the TV. And it was just crazy because this is a full ass 30-year-old. I think he's 31 now, 30 when he was filming. Full grown 30-year-old man throwing a tantrum, gaslighting the woman he's talking to, putting her on the spot, taking advantage of how emotionally charged she is at that moment to put her in a very unfair situation. And I watched that and I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. Like, I felt so bad for the girl, because no one deserves to go through a situation where your partner is acting like that towards you and kind of being emotionally manipulative and abusive, you know. It was very alarming to see. But I hope with that it also in some way can be a platform or jumping off point for people to have some conversations about how emotional abuse and manipulation can show up in relationships, just so that people who are in those situations can really tell the difference between love bombing or toxic tendencies as opposed to what actually does look healthy. So there's actually another Netflix show my friend told me about called We Don't Want This. I haven't watched it yet, but ever since then I have seen some very good reviews talking about how this is what actual healthy adult relationships and conversations look like, especially regarding, you know, certain topics that you don't really feel comfy about when it comes to relationships. So I definitely want to take a look at that, because you guys know I love that sort of stuff. And if you guys are also following along with the Love is Blind stuff, let me know, like, what do you think about the whole Leo situation? Because was that not crazy? Like, holy cow. So I'm pretty much caught up with the episodes right now. The new episodes, the other batches of episodes are being released this Wednesday, which is when you get to see the couples integrate into each other's real lives. They share a condo that is provided by production as well. And then they decide whether or not they will share their I do's. So I don't have any predictions yet, because I feel like I need to see how they interact with each other in the real world once they start working, once they start being exposed to friends and family again. Because when you're on the show and you're on the honeymoon and everything, you're contained in your little bubble of happiness, you know. But then the real world hits you. You see how they deal with work stress, family stress, friend stress, how they maintain their space, how they spend time with themselves, hobbies and stuff. So it's going to be super fascinating to see the couples integrate their lives with each other. So I'm super excited for that. So now about my weekend. Saturday, I had a really good day. My boyfriend and I had a little viewing to see a precious baby angel cat So my mom's been expressing a want for a cat, and growing up she's never wanted pets in the house. Oh my gosh, Night Fury, congrats on the shiny Magnemite. And it's so beautiful, the shiny color too. So even better if it's usable. Quite a bit of shinies that we're seeing today too. So yeah, Saturday, my boyfriend and I went for a cat viewing, and I had the most, oh my god, speaking of cat, it's so cute. I had the most amazing time. I've actually never held a cat before either. So it was my first time holding one, and the moment I held it, I fell in love. Like, my heart fell so hard. It was the most cutest thing ever. Hearing its tiny meow for the first time too. And then seeing my boyfriend hold it, and the cat was doing so well in my boyfriend's arms. And I was in love, and I knew from that moment that is a cat that I know would be such a great addition to my mom's household. So my mom, she still lives with my 3 other siblings, but they are older now. So I feel like now she's a little bit lonely, especially now that her youngest, her baby, is halfway through high school, you know? So I feel like a cat would be such a great companion for her. And I hear cats can live up to like 15 to 20 years. So it's going to be a great companion for the next 15, 20 years. Also a great way for her to stay active too, because I did mention she does have a little bit of health issues. So she finds herself at home a lot when she's not working. So I feel like the cat will definitely be such a great way for her to stay active. Let alone, not only that, my little sister, because she's the littlest, and if you are coming from a family with like siblings, 2, 3+ siblings, you'll know that the youngest is like babied, okay? I love that for her, but she needs to learn some responsibilities, you know, and it's about time. So I feel like a cat is gonna be a great way for her to be a bit more structured, as well as gain some responsibility too. So I love that for my little sister. I love that for my mom. And I'm just so in love with the kitty. It's a kitty. And so my mom's gonna be able to, you know, raise it from kittenhood to cathood. They've yet to decide on a name, but they're kitten proofing the house right now. And I'm going to pick up the kitten with my little sister next Friday. So I'm super excited to welcome that precious little baby angel to my mom's home, and seeing how my mom interacts with it, and just seeing how the first night's going to be, hearing how the first night's going to be. So I've been doing a lot of research myself just to make sure that I can pass on the knowledge to my mom and sister so that they can properly take care of their new cat. So you guys, when I tell you I've been freaking obsessed with cats, I have like cat fever. I want a cat now, and I never would expect that. I told my friends about it too, and one of my friends was like, I would never expect you to be a cat person. And I'm thinking like, girl, me too. I never would have thought. But another friend told me, like, you never know, you don't realize you're a cat person until you hold and meet your first cat. And they are totally right. Like, my boyfriend was in love with that cat too when he first met it. So I just know that the cat's gonna come into a house that's full of love. And we met the owner. We also met the cat parents too. So that was really nice. Very well-behaved cats, very well taken care of. And the girl gave us a lot of information as well. And yeah, she told us that the kitten that we chose was the shyest one. So I thought that it was going to have a hard time like letting us interact with it or hold it. But it just melted in our arms, and it was so well behaved, and oh my gosh, it's just so cute. So yeah, that was like probably the highlight of my weekend. And then ever since then, I've just been watching videos on YouTube of like bringing my kitten home for the first time, or kitten feeding schedules. So I learned a lot about like dietary needs for kittens as well, especially when it comes to dry food versus wet food. Water is a huge one because their thirst drive is just not really there, or they don't have a natural thirst drive. So I learned a lot about that. And then there's also because the one that we got is a male cat, So with males especially, they are prone to urinary tract infections, so it's more important to monitor what type of food they're eating, not give it too much fish, which kind of shocked me learning that, because I think like in media, especially in cartoon, you associate cats with eating fish. So that was a surprise for me. I learned that like lilies are toxic, lavender as well, chocolate coffee, I think it was onion or garlic, birds of paradise. So yeah, if you have any kitten tips that you would like to share, definitely let me know. So yeah, I told my mom to pick out a room, because now that my siblings moved upstairs ever since the previous tenant moved out, so my two siblings that are males, boys, they moved upstairs, so my little sister is still living downstairs with my mom, and now they have an extra room. So perfect, that extra room could be the cat's room. It's going to be such a spoiled cat. I told them to baby proof everything, no loose cords, no hair ties, nothing that the cat can get to. So I learned that when you bring it home for the first time, you should slowly introduce them to the home, but the first couple days you should keep them in one room. So I told my mom to pick which room that they want to keep the cat in, just so that it slowly gets familiar with that spot, claim it as their safe space. Make sure that the litter box is not next to the food, because just like humans, we don't want to eat in the washroom, right? Because that's pretty yucky. And also, I learned that stainless steel litter boxes are a lot better, because the plastic tends to absorb the scent, or if there's like scratches in there, then the bacteria can get in there too. Making sure you scoop your litter box every day. There's this thing called the litter genie, which a lot of pet owners swear by as well, that makes just scooping the litter so much more easier. So I got them that too. And yeah, it's been so much fun just going along with this journey with them for the kitten. And I hope one day when I'm lucky enough and have the space to have a kitten, I would be able to have my own. I wish I could have one right now, but our landlord doesn't let us. We're renting this place, and he said no pets, so there's no pets allowed. But yeah, after our kitten viewing, we went to take a little walk around a mall while we charged our car, and then we had a birthday party to go to right after that. So that was a ton of fun, talking to everyone and celebrating the birthday girl. And then the following day, my boyfriend and I, we woke up. We were having a fun, lazy Sunday morning, and we continued watching Love is Blind. Actually, no, my boyfriend had a charity run in the morning with his company, some of his colleagues. So he did a little run, and then he came home and he brought me a bouquet of flowers, because there was a little make your own bouquet stand at the event. So he decided to build me a little bouquet. So I thought that was so sweet. So when he came home, I saw him with a bouquet in the hand, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so touched, because those little things, it means that they thought of you, and I just love that. So that definitely made my morning. And then we enjoyed some drinks, coffee together. And I also went to, actually, I can't say that yet, so gotta keep that a secret. I went out to run an errand, and then I came back home. And then my boyfriend and I watched a little bit more of Love is Blind. And then we had dinner with friends at 6 o'clock for our favorite Heidi Lau place, and I was hoping to get another one of this. But when I gave her the secret code, that was when she just gave out her last one. So Little Fairy was here to eat, but she did not get another fairy wand. But I'm happy that I got like the one that I really, really wanted. So I think that's what matters the most. So yeah, dinner with friends, that was super great. And then one of our friends, he hasn't visited the condo yet, so we gave him a little tour about that, of the space. And then they left, and then for the rest of the night, my boyfriend and I were just cozy on the couch watching the rest of Love is Blind. But we also ended the night with a movie called A Man Called Otto. And you guys, if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you watch it. Easily, that has made it into my top 5 movies ever. I loved it so much, and I cried near the beginning, the middle, the end. I cried. And it's a story about loss, a story about a new meaning to life, letting people in, but also letting go of the past. And it was just so beautiful. The storytelling was so beautiful. It was so sad, but it was so realistic. And it really makes you think of all the good things in humanity. So I loved it so much. 2 thumbs up. I cried a lot, but it was such a good watch. Top 5 on my list. If you're curious what my top 5 movie list is, it would be The Matrix at number 1. And then I would say A Man Called Otto. And then Howl's Moving Castle. Then I would also say Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And number 5, actually, I don't know what my number 5 would be right now. So I'll give a top 4 for the time being. Yeah, that's my top 4. I think like top 4 movies tell a lot. I don't know, maybe I'll also put John Wick, because I really liked John Wick as well. John Wick was really good. So yeah, that was my weekend. Today I have dance class later in the night, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really loving the choreo that we're doing for our first season back in dance. And I'm excited to do a little bit of exposure therapy. That is like my 1 week exposure therapy, because dancing is really something challenging for me. I know people always say like dance like no one's watching, but there's just this blockage in me sometimes, and I definitely gained a lot more confidence when it comes to dancing. I love picking up the choreo, but when it comes to putting my own flair with it, I'm still trying to discover that side of me, especially when it comes to freestyle as well. I feel like it's definitely a lot harder for me to freestyle in dance than it is in pole. So yeah, but super excited to continue with heels dance today and learn the rest of the choreo. And yeah, that's my day for today. But thank you guys for joining me in another video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this little ramble. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, have fun, and good luck. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and join us in the Discord. Bye.